Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's drier out today. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we will take the mini bike out for a test ride. I'm going to set up my Garmin to monitor the speed, and I should be able to get you a average speed driving down the road. One thing I do want to say, because the comment section has already started going nuts over this, this is not Redbeard's garage and we don't live in Tennessee. So as far as legalities go on mini bikes, out of the box, they are not road legal. And if you want to make them road legal in your state, I strongly suggest calling your law firm and figuring out what you need to do that. However, for this video, I live in a smaller town, and could I get a ticket? Absolutely I could. However, it's not uncommon to see tractors and mini bikes and ATVs and quads driving around on the country roads out here. I live a mile from city limits, so we're gonna go up in the farm area and just drive around a little bit, and then we're gonna come back and do a oil change, the first oil change, dump out the break-in oil, dump in the rest of the break-in oil, and then drive it around a little bit on one of our adventures, and then I'll put normal oil in it after that. But anyhow, let's dump in some fuel and head out. Still full. Guess we don't need to do that because it's still full. I'm gonna borrow Willow's armor so we can go out on a short little test run here. Hopefully she doesn't mind. Alright guys, just cruising along. It looks like I got up to 41.4 miles per hour and we went a little over 9 miles. I didn't want to wind out the motor with it being so new and not broken in yet, and maybe I'll do a top speed test later on. But just to give you an idea, I was only at about 50% throttle when I was hitting those speeds. So I don't know what the top speed is. I've heard from the forums and the message boards and whatnot that the torque converter on these doesn't hold very well at a high RPM, and you have to get a torque converter called a juggernaut to hold past 4,000 RPM for greater grip on that belt that's in there. So maybe at some point I'll order one of those. But yeah, super fun, cruises along really nice. You may notice I added some different grips. The stock ones that were on there, especially the one on this side, was slipping. So yeah, I got some Pro Taper grips. Have some other parts and pieces and bits. I'm gonna do a full electrical on this, I decided. So we're gonna do tail light, turn signals, and brake lights. I bought some brake light adapters that replace this bolt, and they've got a switch in them, so that'll be coming up. But as far as today goes, let's get this oil changed, and then we'll go from there. This thing ain't that heavy, surprisingly. You'd think it weigh more, but it really doesn't. The exhaust is a little warm, rubbing against my leg. Should be able to get the oil out right there. Oil looks pretty clean. There's a few little tiny shavings in there, which is to be expected during break-in. There we go. Alright guys, I really like this thing. I like it a lot better than the Cobble Wolf Warrior. I did notice that I'm still looking for little bumps and divots in the road like I was on the scooter, and I don't really need to do that with this. It rides really nice and smooth. It's surprising how smooth it rides even with no suspension on the back. It's probably because of the big balloony tires that only hold 10 to 15 psi. That probably has a lot to do with it. But it runs nice, it stops nice, and I'm really pleased with it. And it's inexpensive. I mean, to me it is. Maybe to a kid that's just getting into something like this, it's probably expensive, but to me it just seems like it's so inexpensive, and it seems like it's really easy to work on. And I really like that aspect of this mini bike setup. Plus they're quick. I'm surprised at the sensation you get going uphill. The thing is just pushing and pushing and pushing uphill, and it's a really neat sensation. Some of you were mentioning moving this ignition box and all that stuff. I think that'll come, but it's just gonna take me a while to get used to this setup and figure out what I like and what I don't like. I do believe that I could probably do a keyed ignition switch somewhere else on the motorcycle, and that's kind of gonna be the goal, to get it all set up. Kind of like a motorcycle on the street. However, once again, we won't be getting a plate on it. I do have an episode coming up that I'm going to share with you guys with some more information on that. There is a little bit of a workaround if you want to ride these off-road, and I found that, but we'll deal with that at a later date. What else can I tell you? I don't think there's much else I can tell you right now, but like I said, you guys are going to want to stay tuned. Quite a bit else is going to be going on with this build, and I think you're going to like it. We're just waiting on Amazon to do some deliveries, and then we can move forward on this project, and I'm really excited about it. But other than that, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode, guys. If you like this episode, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. And always, you're gonna want to stay tuned. Adventures with Abel series coming up this summer and spring. For the winter, we've got to test out Rusty still with his brand new Allison transmission. That conversion was crazy nuts, but I haven't even tested that out yet. But other than that, I hope you guys are staying safe, taking care of each other, and as always, I will catch you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.